Steve here coming at you with Banner Knowledge Bowling's next Pro Tip Tuesday. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and get a friend to subscribe. That way we can grow the channel and spread the knowledge. Let's jump right into it, and I'm going to talk about part 3 of targeting, and I want to build on what I was talking about last week when I was talking about making moves left as a right-hander and how I can increase the launch angle more towards the 10 pin. And remember, I said in the beginning, I think of things in a straight line. So the more that I go to the left, the more that I need to angle to the right. So how do I do that? Well, I'm just going to use board 20 as an example of how I start to align my body so that I can have a launch angle that matches those 2 board move increments. So, as I explained last week, I'll move 2 boards over, and I'll do that up to 3 times. So I'll go 2, 4, 6. If I'm going straight up the lane, when I line up with my left foot, because that's the foot I slide with and I'm a right-hander, I line up on the boards the toe side of my left foot. So if I'm going straight up the lane, I'm going to use board 20 just as my simple example. My toe will be on board 20 and my heel will be on board 20. Now, if I do that 2-board move, okay, and let's just say I'm starting on board 20, I need to now have a little bit of a launch angle towards the 10 pin. What I will do is I will put my toe on board 20, but I will move my heel halfway over, so I'll be right in the middle. And that way I'll angle a little bit towards the 10 pin. If I do that 4-board move, and again, I'm going to use 20 as the example, if my toe is on board 20, my heel is going to be a full board over, and it's going to be on the edge of board 21. And that's going to get me even a steeper angle towards the 10 pin. If I do the 6-board move, again, I'm going to start on board 20 for this example, my toe is going to still be on 20, but my heel is going to be on 21.5. So you can see, as I'm moving left, I'm starting to make my body look more and more towards the 10 pin. But here's the key. I, again, think of everything in straight lines. You want to make sure your shoulders and your hips point towards that target line. Sometimes people will move over and they'll twist, and the shoulders will point that way, but the hips will point forward and be square to the foul line. That twist, that tension is hard to repeat. So as you're making these moves, not only am I putting my foot down, my left foot, and I'm trying to increase the tilt towards the 10 pin as I increase my launch angle, I want to make sure that my hips and my shoulders are going right down that line. Now, another check that I'll do is, I explained how I drew that line from the pins through the exit point to the target that I'm looking at, I want to think about my forearm going right down that target line. And again, that's in line with the eyeball that's in my shoulder. Another way to think about it, if the forearm isn't what makes sense in your mind, is the ring finger goes right down that target line. So when I try to line up, and again, we talked about in the beginning the feel, and that was, you know, that visual, that's kind of the feel. Last week was more of the math, the technical. This is kind of the merge of the two. So I want to get to the right spot, I want to be facing the right way, and when I let go of the ball, I want it to go straight down that target line, whether it be my forearm or whether it would be my ring finger. Hope this helps. Put your comments down below. The comments have been great, and I'm going to come back next week with a little bit more on targeting. Thanks a lot.